Hello everyone and welcome to my video essay. I will be discussing different topics on Tim Burton and how he is the best writer, producer, director and animator artist here in the media industry today. I will be sharing some of his unique techniques to film to show how he is the best filmmaker. To creepy houses from summer streets, come with me. Tim Burton is known for his goth and creepy vibes in his films, turning happy fairy tales into their nightmares. The first who is Tim Burton and how is he so popular? Tim Burton was born August 25th, 1958. While growing up, his passion for writing, screenplay, and filmmaking grew bigger and bigger. Instead of focusing on his lessons, Tim wanted to focus on painting, drawing, and watching films. Took filmmaking in his pre-teens and started to make short films by using stop motion animation techniques. One of his films, The Island of the Duck Org, was made when he was 13 years old. After finishing school, Tim decided he wanted to go to university and enroll in the California Institute of Arts. By studying character animation, he graduated in 1979. After finishing university, Tim applied and got in at Walt Disney Studio as an animator, but he quit after a few years. After leaving Disney, he started to make his own remark by making his first film. Tim is an author because of his films. He does not care about the storyline or even the characters, but about the feelings. He wants the audience to believe and he wants what's true to him. He believes the audience to relate to him and relate to what is happening. He is a true author because he makes his films his way. His first film was called Vinton. By watching the film, we got to see his styles from early days to modern days, and the styles has not changed. By creepy music from the character's behavior, the audience already know by the first few seconds it's going to be an amazing film. Here, I get to see the development of Tim Burton because even with the simple effects, he still knows how to creep the goth theme to his films. And Tim Burton's style is so interesting that he takes something so small and happy into a large, horrifying piece of terror. By doing that, it creates his own signature style, goth theme. The theme he is going for is dark, twisted tales. For example, Alice in the Wonderland is a cute fairy tale about a girl saving a kingdom from the evil Red Hawk Queen. But Tim wanted to put his own twist to the film by changing the whole aspect of the fun-loving fairy tale into a dreadful, spine-chilling horror film, where are the happy characters turned into gloomy, sad ones. This is a major style that Tim likes doing through his films, showing the impact that leaves with the audience. Tim Burton likes using different camera shots for his films. I can't talk about all his films or I'll be here forever, but I'll give you an example of my favorite scenes from his films. While watching his films, we get an understanding of his styles as he is portrayed imagination to reality. I thought that this style is so good because it makes you imaginations into reality, even though it can't happen, but it happens. For example, Edward Scissorhand. This film is about a man who has scissors for hands, and everyone's afraid of him as he was accused of a murder he didn't do. The way as Edward is portrayed as a creepy punk guy. By creating this image for Edward as out of the ordinary, just like Tim wanted, and Tim wanted him to, as this will link in with Tim's childhood. In his childhood, he didn't want to hang around with other people. Instead, he wanted to film his short films. Lincoln Linking with the lost type style, Burton's films focus on his main character and how he is an outcast from other characters, just like when Tim was an outcast from his childhood. Batman is a great example because Bruce Wayne is a mysterious rich man that hides himself to keep his identity safe from others. This main character never has the endings. Like Edward, instead of getting his hands back, he puts his scissors through. In Frankenweenie, Victor Dog dies, did the experiment, comes back to life, then dies again, showing that the main character does not get their happy ending. However, in Corpse Bride, there is a happy ending because the boy and his new wife love each other, and Emily is finally happy that she is free to go, but a little sad that her love moved away. The film is interesting because it's about the death. It creates the sense that the dead people are alive and those alive people are somewhat near death. It shows the scenes of contrast because the audience would not think of somewhat like that. It gives the feeling of the Day of the Dead. Bringing that into the film makes it create more interest for the audience as they will get to see a weird but different viewpoint. But adding this theory is makes people question life as the world, and I thought that this was such a good film, and it opened my eyes to new knowledge. Some of Tim Burton's films is popular because of the camera is form, meaning his camera angle in his films are smooth and clean. By making the camera angle, it shows different effects like how the audience sees the characters, the facial expression, body language. For example, the corpse bride is in the course by in the scene, I get to see a different view of the character as it is, not like a normal shot is a Dutch tilt. But adding the Dutch tilt, it creates vulnerability, causing the audience to confuse and what the scene is about, and creates a sort of tense to show that the boy's emotion is upsetting. This scene is shown in lots of different shots, like over the shoulder shot when the boy sees a girl playing the piano, the extreme close up of the girl's hand playing on the keys, or even when the boy is looking at the camera face away from the girl, is still showing all these different emotions. It just one scene makes this scene 10 times better. In Batman, the shot that is mostly has been used to screen close up because the audience will get to see some emotions that have not unnoticed, and it allows the audience to go into the character's personal space. In this clip, there's a few seconds of the building shown in the audience a shift to next location. Tim Burton loves to add a bit of color to his dramas as it creates a scary tone and depressive mood. He shoots subjects in oversaturated and undersaturated colors. This film is a this film is a perfect example of a color code as the color to as the color is still needs to remain the goth theme to make the color undersaturated to still link in with the theme. However, in Alice in the Wonderland, the colors are gloomy and dull compared to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Alice in the Wonderland reflects the genre more. The lighting is darker and dull with no bright colors because he wants to give away the effect of horror and goth. The lighting helps the characters' emotions know what's happening and creates the mood much better. He uses music and sound to make the mood of the film. For example, when Victor tries to bring King Sparky back to life, the music is playing Twisted for the mood, allowing the audience to gain a better understanding of the characters. The sound used in the clip creates a non-digestive sound to foreshadow the event that's happening to take place. Another example is when the man comes running in the church and the music goes fast and paced, causing tense to the characters and also affects the audience to engage more. You're alive! In both films, the props and costumes will be best, as for all the fancy to casual clothes. In the tea dinner scene, we see that the whole set's a gloomy and creepy, but the character is wearing fancy clothes, showing that he is fond of the 19th century Victorian flavor. The Mad Hatter, Mr. Wonka, is just like that because Tim wanted them to look like an actual hat maker from the Edwin era. The props that he used to help the audience understand his view of fantasy and how it can't happen but is there. Thank you for listening to my essay about what I think Tim Burton is the author and why he is one of the greatest directors. I really love his work and can't wait to see his new film, Beetlejuice 2. I hope you like this essay and